There are a lot of stories about how math is interconnected with religion, especially in the ancient time. So, in the ancient time, the world was already divided into cultures, and these cultures obviously illustrated how the role or view of mathematics changed over the centuries. In this video, I will discuss the impact of some cultures like the Babylon, the ancient Egypt and Greeks, and the Roman Empire to our view of the present interconnection of math and religion. I will also discuss the development of sacred numbers based on the establishment of numerology, which came from the ancient Greeks, or to be specific, from an ancient Greek philosopher known as Pythagoras. First is the ancient Egypt. In the ancient Egypt, scholars were mostly priests. Therefore, it was the priests that laid the foundations of Egyptian science, including mathematics, and they were also responsible for administration and religious functions. Legend says that Egyptian god of wisdom, learning, and magic named Thoth invented the sciences around 18,000 BC. The belief of gods like Horus, the falcon god who had his eye torn out in a battle, was also evident. The eye of Horus became a symbol for fractions of measures and represented the various parts of Egypt. In addition, the eye of Horus fractional pieces were used in calculating volumes and areas. From a religious standpoint, the eye of Horus represented wholeness, clear vision, abundance, and fertility. Little more is actually known about the true connection of math and religion in the culture of Egypt due to the fact that the Egyptian used papyrus when recording documents. The second is in Babylon. In Babylon culture, most of the studying was done by priests like in the ancient Egypt. Astrology and later astronomy developed with the combination of math with religion. Math was also used to chart the stars and planets, and each of which stood for a god. The third culture is the Roman Empire that developed Christianity in medieval time. In the ancient Roman Empire, there is a widespread belief that Christianity and mathematics were on opposing sides. But this is not always true. The most famous mathematicians and scientists of this time period, like Galileo, Kepler, Newton, and Copernicus, were deeply religious. Augustine, a convert Christian and later a saint in the Catholic Church, said that the Holy Scriptures are true and that correct descriptions of the world cannot conflict with the Scriptures. The Christian Church continued to believe this. Charlemagne instituted cathedral schools to help with the Christendom's intellectual inferiority. He also closed pagan schools, including Plato's Academy, to prevent them from teaching concepts that were not approved by the Holy Scriptures. This ended the era of Greek mathematics. I will have to discuss later on the Greek cultures, but let me finish the Roman Empire culture. The Christian schools taught the quadrivium, like geometry, arithmetic, astronomy, and music. Math was mostly used to maintain the calendar and to calculate the date of Easter. Thomas Aquinas, later named a saint in the Catholic Church, brought Aristotle's philosophy to Christianity. He said that math and science contribute to Christianity, not oppose it. Bishop Robert Grosseteste, who was probably declared a heretic, presented a theory similar to the Big Bang Theory. This challenged established doctrines of the Church relating to cosmology. Following Bishop Grosseteste's theory, William of Ockham, the man for whom Occam's razor is named, created a philosophy that science should not look for the simplest solution that fits the facts. This was a huge challenge to accepted theology. To counteract this, the church led a religious revival and rebellion against science. Therefore, the mathematical and scientific fields were given less authority. In contrast, The mathematics of geometry, specifically perspective drawings, were used widely during the Renaissance. Artists like Michelangelo, Da Vinci, and others created paintings, murals, and even painted church walls and ceilings using the techniques of perspective drawings. Statistics were also used as a way to promote religion. And during the Age of Enlightenment, statistics were seen as a way of conducting public policy and ensuring moral and social equity. Okay, so the final culture which I'm going to discuss is the ancient Greeks. In the ancient Greeks, the Greeks created a view of the world in which math and religion were completely linked. They held the mystical belief that the earth was a sphere because it was the most perfect shape. Math translated into music, which was the Greek idea of beauty. Never before or since has math played so large a role in life and religion. Plato and Aristotle were the two most influential Greek philosophers to impact Christianity. Plato's theory of creation described a good God who turned disorder into order and created an eternal world. God put intelligence into the soul and the soul into the man. Aristotle gave a proof for God's existence using metaphysics, but he did not believe that God created the world. The earth always existed. Before I end my discussion about ancient Greeks, I want to tackle an also known Greek philosopher known as Pythagoras. Pythagoras' philosophy was based on the fact that mathematics was the one true source of knowledge. He was especially fond of the number 10 because he believed that exactly 10 points were necessary to generate the universe. Pythagoras' mysticism was a religion of its own. His religious thoughts are similar to those of Buddha, Confucius, and Zoroaster. Certainly, he is held the highest regard as one of the preeminent mathematicians of all time. However, it was his passion for learning, for truth, and for this discovery of grace and harmony in all aspects of life that sets him apart from other philosophers. He was also considered the father of Western numerology, which combined the mathematical disciplines of the Arabic, Phoenician, and Egyptian sciences. Since then, it has continued to evolve. The Pythagorean system is today the most commonly used system of numerology in the West. Most numerologists credit Pythagoras with founding the field of numerology. Okay, so in the study of numerology or specifically biblical numerology, religious scriptures like Bible are believed to relate symbolisms which imply quality or attributes of the value rather than to an actual quantity. Furthermore, the study of numerology itself claims the belief that numbers sometimes represent attributes and not the number itself, and there is a claim that everything in the world is dependent upon the mystical properties of numbers. As the theory goes, each number has a unique vibration, giving it certain properties. These properties can shed light onto a person's behavior or predict whether romantic partners are compatible. Numerological analysis can determine a person's lucky number or lucky day. Recurring numbers can offer clues into how the number works or the significance of people and events. According to many numerologists, nothing happens by accident. Everything happens because of the sacredness, divinity, and the mystical properties of numbers. The divinity of these numbers however, on every religion and culture. Basically, there are a lot of symbolisms in every number that is present in the world, but the only purpose of this video is to show how numbers link religion and mathematics together from the past and up to the present. That's my discussion, and hope you guys like it. Thank you.